Small business innovation, research, and small business technology transfer founders, researchers, business owners, business leaders, stop scrolling immediately. You might not realize this, but the SBIR-STTR program is in a major fight. Now, why is this important? Well, here's the thing. Over the past 40 years, this program has been an innovation and commercialization catalyst that has spent $70 billion and funded 30,000 plus firms. Now, this program is in currently a reauthorization fight. And here's the kicker. By September 30th, 2025, Congress must choose between two different plans. The first is Senator Joni Ernst's INNOVATE Act, and this brings about a lifetime $75 million cap, tougher commercialization metrics, and a new Phase 1A micro awards program. On the other hand, there is the Markey Velázquez plan, and this says permanent program, no more reauthorizations, and funding rising towards 7%, and there are no caps on how much you can be funded over the lifetime of your company. Welcome to your 3-minute government contractor brief, where I'm going to cut through the noise and give you the government contracting news that you can use to compete, win, and grow. So let's dive into it. Here's what's happening. The SBIR and STTR programs are set to expire on September 30th, 2025, and Congress has two competing bills on the table with wildly different philosophies. First, there's the INNOVATE Act, led by Senator Joni Ernst. This bill is all about reform and accountability. Ernst argues that the current system is stuck in the 1980s and needs a major shakeup. The big headline is a lifetime cap of $75 million per company. That means if you've been a serial SBIR winner, there's now a ceiling on how much you can receive over your entire business lifetime. The INNOVATE Act also creates what they call Phase 1A awards. These are smaller $40,000 grants with simplified two-page proposals specifically for companies that have never won SBIRs before. It's designed to get fresh blood into the system, but here's the catch. If you've won 25 Phase 2 awards, you'll need to show at least a 1-to-1 ratio of non-SBIR revenue to SBIR awards to keep playing. On the complete opposite side, we have the SBIR-STTR Reauthorization Act from Senator Ed Markey and Representative Nydia Velázquez. This bill takes the approach that if it's not broken, don't fix it. They want to make these programs permanent. No more sunset clauses, no more periodic reauthorization fights. Sounds like a good idea. They're also pushing for a massive funding increase, jumping from the current 3.2% of agency research budgets all the way up to 7% over the next 7 years. Most importantly, the Markey bill explicitly prohibits any caps on awards. They're saying the best companies should be able to keep winning based on merit. Period. End of story. The focus is on fixing agency problems, like requiring each agency to have a technology commercialization official to help bridge that notorious valley of death between prototype and deployment. Both bills address a China problem that emerged in recent years. And that problem has been detailed in a 2021 Pentagon study that found that China was often the ultimate beneficiary of SBIR projects through talent recruitment, joint ventures, and investment infiltration. The 2022 reauthorization already added disclosure requirements for foreign ties, but the INNOVATE Act wants to go even further with stricter definitions and clawback authority if companies are found sharing technology with foreign adversaries after winning awards. And here's where it gets interesting for you as business owners and researchers. The data shows that the top 25 companies out of 4,700 participants received 18% of all Defense Department SBIR funding over 10 years. That's about $2.3 billion going to just 0.5% of firms. Critics call these SBIR mills, companies that live off grants without commercializing. Supporters argue that these are exactly the specialized firms that agencies need for complex defense programs. So really, what does this actually mean for your business? If the INNOVATE Act passes, expect higher competition. If the Markey bill wins, you're looking at program stability, significantly more funding available, and continued open competition without the caps. Either way, both bills maintain strong security screening for foreign ties, so make sure your disclosures are crystal clear. The bottom line is this fight isn't just about policy. It's about whether Congress sees SBIR and STTR programs as needing major surgery or just more researches. And you need to keep watching this space as items change. Because whatever emerges from Congress will directly impact your SBIR-STTR strategy. If this breakdown was helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. Share this with some of your colleagues for more government contracting insights. Check the descriptions and the link to track these bills, and as they move through the legislative process, we'll see you tomorrow.